you could identify someone in your group who had the breakthrough idea. How many say there was a breakthrough idea and someone provided it? Can I throw the ball to you, sir, and you can tell me what that was?
Well, I saw him like in a few situations where he came up with a completely new idea. For example, to lay down the boxes and have the ball roll over it.
In most groups, was it one person's idea that allowed you to innovate? No, what was it? Collective. So it's a concept that I call idea on idea. There are many people in the world who still think that innovation happens when you're sitting in your cubicle or in your office and the lightning bolt hits you and suddenly you have the great idea. It almost never happens like that. In most cases, it's one person saying, well, what if we did this? And the next person saying, well, what if we turn that on its side? The next person saying, actually, if we went over here with that idea. And it's this idea on idea building. And towards the end of your exercise, would it be safe that you were really well into idea and idea process? That's the heart of innovation, idea on idea. But there's one huge problem with that. And that is in most organizations, those ideas don't come out as quickly as you experience today. Someone you're in a meeting with and someone puts out an idea and you as the senior person says, hey, you know what? We tried that in 2009. It didn't work. Factually correct, but what have you done to the potential for that person to put the next idea forward? Have you opened the tap to more or have you shut them down? We talked at the outset that we might talk about a few things that leaders do that undermine innovation in their organizations. This is a biggie. Most senior leaders, because they have seen it all, done it all, have lots of experience, in meetings, out of real concern for their people in their organization, try and help them from falling in the mud puddles. And what they don't realize is in most meetings or most interactions, they are in a bigger game and they don't even recognize the bigger game. And the bigger game is, can you create an environment where ideas flow quickly? Because as soon as you, as a leader, shoot down an idea, or with good intention, poke holes in an idea, guess what people do? They are slower to bring the next idea to the table. They make sure the idea is perfectly presentable, gift wrap in a bow before they say, hey, consider this. And when you have them do that, it slows idea and idea, and thus it slows innovation in your organization. So can you as leaders be more additive and not be poking holes in the ideas? And I'm going to suggest that one of the things that you could say is there is no such thing as a bad idea. Now, how many here say, I get no such thing as a bad idea? How many can say, I get it? Yet, how many of you have seen some horrible ideas in real life? Lots of you. I've seen terrible ideas. But the question is, when the ideas come forward, and you recognize that innovation is based on an idea and every idea, no matter how good or bad, is the potential seedling for the next idea to build on, can you create the mindset for yourself and for your senior leaders of saying, there's no such thing as a bad idea, so you don't start to slow innovation in your organizations because you're very quick to poke holes. And most senior leadership teams that I sit in on are very good at poking holes. And the holes that they're poking at are appropriate, but they're losing the bigger game. They're not thinking about how do they keep the flow of ideas coming forward, and how do we get idea on idea with speed, because at its basis, that is innovation. That's what makes it happen.